This is Sarah, and yesterday I talked a little bit about this thing that I want to make. I want to create this wearable cloak or poncho or I don't know, cape type thing that is called a Kakumaki out of a favorite blanket of mine that recently shredded itself into oblivion in the wash. And in lieu of throwing it away or giving it away, I decided to, make this basically a blanket that I can wear out to protect me from social encounters and COVID and just, being around humans in general. In the past 24 hours since I mentioned this to the world, I've thought about what I want it to look like and come up with somewhat of a game plan or a point of departure, so I'm gonna go over that really quick, so hear me out. I want to make something that I can drape over my shoulders and get in and out of pretty easily, so I'm thinking that it's going to be a bit more like a poncho or a wrap. I can't really decide whether I want to have sort of a turtleneck stiff cowl that comes up to about here so my eyes can peek out, or a hood. So I'm thinking I'm going to attempt to nest the cowl inside of a hood so that I can do both. I also want to create a poofy, ribbed kind of effect so that the blanket does still look like a quilt. And actually, I know I'm going to have to open up the blanket, take all of that matted, nasty Cheeto stuffing out of it, and probably get fresh batting, like quilting batting, and then stuff that on the inside and restitch it to create those nice, poofy, linear horizontal ribs. I have a poncho thing. Okay, so I have this thing. It goes down to about, I want to say to the fingertips. So like the hip bone or the top of the hip bone. And it has a really nice hood. There's trim on this thing and it's heavy. It causes it to hang down and drape really nicely. Down the back, also in front if you want to kind of pull it forward. And it's something that I think I'm going to use as a template. So I'm going to clear off the lab table and lay this thing out as flat as I can and try to make a pattern from it. I think mine is going to extend a little bit farther. Like I'm thinking probably between the hip bone and the knee, halfway. But it's a good place to start. So, yeah, I can do better. But I really like this hood. I like that it comes down to, not that you could see my face because I've got hair in it, but the hood comes down to the, I don't know, the brow, like just above your eyes, and then it hangs down nice and low. And I like the way that it frames the face. So if I can replicate this, which it looks like it's two pieces sewn together, like with a central seam, then I'm going to copy this exact proportion because I like where it falls on the chest and I like the way that it just does everything. It's great. I don't know, I actually kind of like that the sides come up to the elbow like that. I feel like a witch or something, like a hair witch. Between my video that I posted last night and this morning, I have since bought Monster Hunter, the game that kind of partially gave me the nudge to go ahead and, execute this project. And I'm going to play it to the point that I get the materials needed to actually create that piece of equipment in the game. And then I'll have it as a visual reference so I don't have to keep nagging my friend for video footage to kind of feed me. All right. I don't know. Enjoy your weekend.